In social uses of new media, I learned much more than just curriculum. This course taught me about why things are the way they are, whether that be outlining the difference between men and women's social media use, the effect of social media and its impact on your cognitive ability, or how my everyday surroundings affect my social media use. This course made me reevaluate what I post online and the audiences that I share my content with. When my field report began, I really focused on what I edited or posted on social media, but when it ended, I really focused on who it impacted and who was learning from what I posted. My overall focus turned from myself to the world and who I was impacting along the way. This course made me realize that there have been so many new inventions of technologies throughout my years of growing up, but it made me realize that 2020 is the year that I stop and reevaluate and decide what I actually want to do with these technologies. I can sit there, stare, and scroll all day, or I can stop, think, and decide what posts are actually useful and will create impact and change in the world. There's so much misinformation and fake news out there in the world, and it's up to me to do the research and decide what's real. I must constantly always question the media. Social uses of new media made me realize to stop and reevaluate information before I decide what it is and what it's not. This course ultimately helped me realize what's important at the end of the day. It's not going back and editing the appearance of yourself in a photo on Facetune. Our society has become obsessed with creating images that aren't ourselves anymore. And we're so distracted by being someone who we're not. It takes away from what's actually important, like social justice issues that we're trying to change the narrative for. This course was a reality check for me and deciding what I wanted to be a part of in the change of the world. I could sit there and be a part of the group that just takes photos and doesn't live in the moment. Or I could put the phone down and be a part of actual change. I can attend in-person events instead of sitting behind a screen and pretending to be someone I'm not. From my field report research, I learned that my writing contains a lot of data that shows patterns of my thoughts. The data itself writes its own story explaining to me. I'm walking away from this class into my last semester of university. With it being my last semester before I enter the real world, the adult world as everyone calls it, it's really essential that I enter it knowing what my core values are. Social uses of new media was that reminder that I needed of knowing the importance of getting outside and putting away my phone. Social media is controlling and it affects your mind. At the end of the day, when the doors are closed and no one's watching, it's important to remind yourself that you must live outside of your screen instead of pretending to live within the images that are inside of it. Those images are edited, distorted, and trapped inside of your screen. All of the action and change that's being talked about that we need in our society starts with you putting down your phone and going outside to make it happen.